overall their rotation's been disappointing, and I thought if they had any chance to be a 500, it would have to be carried by the rotation, and it's been the opposite. The rotation's been average at best, and the lineup's been fantastic, and so that's been great. It's been really promising. But I was saying that they needed to at some point. I do think they're going to need to add to the lineup and bring a veteran. I mentioned not that they're going to trade for this guy, but I said how nice would it be if they had like an Anthony Rizzo in the middle of the lineup, that type of player, guy who could be like a leader, has playoff experience,
and a legitimate bat,
legitimate first baseman power. That they're short on power, right? They got a lot of good contact bats, a lot of singles, doubles hitters, but So I was, I think they will, and at some point they're going to need to add. And Jay was like, "Isn't it nice that when we get to the trade deadline, we don't have to worry about any Jose Ramirez trade rumors?"
Yeah,
and that is really great because with every good player the team has had, you're always worried. Even with Shane Bieber, it's like, could they trade him if they're bad?
Especially just like history repeats itself, man. And Guardians fans are allowed to be jaded in that way. You look
Absolutely.
at recent memory, you lose Kluber via trade, you lose Clevenger, you lose Lindor, all those dudes that we like held on to because of the 2016 title run. And then it was like, man, a blink of an eye, they're all gone. So at least Jose's here. And like you guys were saying, man, it'll be nice that the trade deadline could come and go. Hopefully the Guardians are buyers. I know. Who knows with this minority ownership and how much they're going to be looking to spend and that whole conversation of how much they could add. But
yeah, I've heard good. Listen, the minority owner, whose name is escaping me,
Blitzer.
I can't think of his name. Blitzer. Thank you. Is it David? Is that
I think it's David.
But Blitzer's right. I think you're definitely right about Blitzer. Good job out of you. It's not official yet, but I have heard. From pretty reliable people that once it becomes official, that they will be able to raise the payroll. Now, the payroll shouldn't be where it is. It's a joke.
Right.
Nobody's asking them to have, the Yankees payroll, but you got to at least have $100 million. At least.
Yeah.
No team should have under $100 million payroll. That's ridiculous. And think about how good, how good they could be if they just had $100 million, let alone 125, 130, which they did, 2017.
Right.
So the payroll number right now is ridiculous. Because they're going to need to add a bat. Some of these young guys are going to cool off. But much credit to Chris Valaika, the new hitting coach. And these guys have had a really good approach at the plate. They're looking to make contact and put the ball in play. And when you could spray the ball around and good things happen. And they're getting on base and they're turning over the lineup. And everybody's taking that same approach. I mentioned today on the show, you look at Franmil Reyes, who's like the one guy that's not really in that mold. Naylor kind of too, but Franmil's like, he's a slugger, right? And he's going to go through slumps. And he was having a terrible slump. And how did he get out of his slump? He started going opposite field, trying to make contact, shortened up his swing. He didn't hit home runs to get out of his slump. He had 8 straight singles. So he even took that approach that some of these other guys have. But some of these young guys, Kwan and Miller, they've done a fantastic job. And they've been fun